All right. Let's see what's going on today. Third breaker up here. There's breaker which got confirmed there. Also this one, which already hit 4, and that's what we retraced back from. That one already made objectives. I can delete that. Yeah, good morning. USMC. Good morning, Trader Green. Yo, good morning, Phil. Yo, what happened to YM? What's with this drop? Does anybody know? I just got on the chart, so I don't know what happened here. Was there news? Let's see, Forex Factory. What time was this? 5:55. I don't see any news. What's up, Wizzy? Check breaker chat. Let me take a look. There was some news about health insurance company. Oh. Okay. I was like, bruh, what just happened? Also, funded next open up a futures firm. Or, well, I guess I forgot their name on Forex. So their price is... Well, their price sucks. What? Well, I'm not gonna say their price sucks. Their price is not as competitive as MFFAU and the other folk. So also their website is just laggy. It's not well optimized. Profit target 1250. Consistency rule 40%. Yeah, it's the same crap. And then performance reward from challenge phase, you get money back if you pass. But I'm sure that's only if you get to payout stage. Profit target 2500, maximum draw on 2500. That's better, but only by $500. Like, you might as well get the extra $500 in profit. Yeah, I'm good on that one. I'm gonna let other people test out the waters on the new farm. If people start paying out, then yeah, we'll go and tackle fund the next. Change colors again. Yeah, Steven. A couple days ago. Can tell you didn't tune in yesterday. Come on. All right, so the way I see the day so far is we could have a yeah, exactly, caught you. We could have a pullback today into the upside, or we could just keep dumping this thing, because this low coming up like this was kind of sus. Just based on this, like, man, our time frame looks like dookie. It's just very sideways, not very clear here what it really would want to do. I will say though, this bearish 1 hour breaker is actually valid per my model. I just didn't want to, you know, I just wasn't sure, and I was like, I don't know, because this CB here is also valid per my model. So valid CB taps into the valid breaker. I mean, sorry, taps into price taps into it, recreate then a breaker on the same time frame, and then it drops. So yeah, we could see this -4 being met. -4. This -4 being met, or it's gonna come tickle it and then literally 180 all the way up to take it out. One or the other. One or the other. So I'll play by macro every day. I mean, every hour, and just kind of see what we're doing. I'll be zooming out and then zooming back in. The challenge account is actually $800 down now. It was only 200, but then I lost like $500 yesterday. I had gained some, but then I lost after stream. So yeah, we're $800 down overall. Little bit disappointing. If I do have to say something, a little bit disappointing. I tried to rush yesterday after I got some gains on it, and I risked the gains to try to get like a crazy flip trade, but the crazy flip trade didn't work out. So we're dialing back risk today to 130 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. I'm copy trading my other funded futures account that I post on the private chat, weekly. So I'm just copy trading from that one, because that one, since it just got paid out, it has about the same amount of drawdown. So I'm just gonna use that to copy trade into the challenge account till I get out of drawdown. And then once I do, then I will once I get out of drawdown, then I will be taking it off the copier and letting it solo ride again. This was valid, which means this is valid. Oh, what got tagged? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's valid. So that means this is valid here. These 15 5-minute moves to the downside have been so nice so far. Yeah, it looks like it, to be honest. This was tapping into candle 1 right here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that was a easy, nice sell right there. Are you in any trades? No, I'm not in any trades yet. I am trader. I literally just got on. All right, cool. So yeah, so that means that that's valid. That means that this is valid too. Okay, so that's valid. Which means this is valid. I will be making some 1-second trades today on stream. I have to put that disclaimer up up somewhere. Yeah, what's up, DG? Yeah, I will be doing some second straights, some 1-second trades executions today. Not financial advice. Don't expect anybody to do the same thing or even want to do the same thing, to be honest. But it's just what I do. So yeah, you guys are gonna see it on the screen. Don't copy. do your own analysis and risk your own money with what you want to do. Okay, let's see. I mean, I may catch a crazy banger on stream, or you know, you may lose some money, so don't copy. It's hard for me to copy people if others I get pissed. Yeah, you should be pissed at yourself for copying people. I think I lost this one. I think I lost because someone else in FOMO. That's a whole different, yeah, for sure. For sure. By the way, how does my audio sound on Discord today? Does it sound louder than usual, or? Yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome. Sounds very good. Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I changed some settings the other day, and Discord has a compressor setting that lifts up your voice to be similar to your other volume sounds. Yo, look, yo, chill. All right, let's get it. See what happens today. I will not be explaining the 1-second entries. So I apologize in advance for that. I mean, you guys will be able to figure out. I would assume. And yeah, Steven, I'll be Steven and Wheezy, I'll be dropping a video sometime this weekend about it, and you guys will get the scoop early. But yeah, there's a little banger right here already. That's why I put the fib on the chart for you. Yeah. Yes, even. Dang, you had that on copy and paste. I have today gotten eligible for payout my first ever, so I don't know if I should go forward with it. My account is an MFFU starter. I have a balance of 1600 right now. Should I build the account bigger to get a larger buffer as a minimum balance? And will the take on the payout? Should I withdraw as much as I can? Rather buy an EV, but I'll just build the account bigger. I'm not sure what is the smartest thing to do, really. That it's not a black and white do this or do that, because it depends. So I guess my first follow-up question is, how long did it take you to pass the eval, and how long did it take you to get to payout status? Also, if you don't mind, could you you can DM it to me, you don't have to post it up. But if you don't mind, could you post a screenshot of what the stats look like for the eval, like the calendar portion, as well as the part that says like your win rate and all that good stuff, please? Yeah, so I ask you two questions. So I ask, how long did it take you to pass? And how long did it take you to get to payout status? And then if you can, post a screenshot of the eval stats. So the calendar days, and then the portion that says your stats, like your average win, your average loss, all that good stuff, like the ratio. You don't have to post that on the public check if you don't want to. You can just send me a DM. I just need to see what that looks like, because then that will tell me like roughly, you know, what your equity curve really looks like, to determine whether it's, first of all, sustainable, but also if it's worth just keep trading the account up, or if it's better to just get the payout, because it really depends on that part. Okay. Yeah, once you do that, then I'll be able to better give you an answer of what I would do. Yeah, my draw is still down for this FIPS to deliver. At the very least, this one. But I would imagine this one is going to deliver by then. Oh, it's been okay because I've been working on this for a long time, really, but that works for me. Okay. Yeah, bro, listen, it doesn't matter if it looks funky and whatever, like. I just want to give you a real answer. If I just go, well, I would just do this, that wouldn't really make sense because, like, all right, if it took you, let's say, a month to just get funded, like literally the full 30 days, and then it took you like 30 days to also get to pay status right now, well, then I probably won't tell you to, yo, what's up, Clutch? I probably won't tell you to withdraw yet. Like I would probably say that I would just build a tiny bit more of a buffer, like another $1,000 in there, so you have about $1,200 and you can withdraw and you can still have $1,200 to work with, and that's more than enough to bounce back. You just got to half your risk and that's it. But it really depends on like how long it took you. The other thing that it depends on is like, I mean, I don't remember where you live, but it depends on like what $1,200 represent where you live. Like if $1,200 is a really big chunk of money where you are, and you know, you don't have capital to keep buying prop accounts to do it all over again. If you happen to blow this one up, then it might be wise to take out the payment and just have it as, you know, your funds to start back up again. But that only makes sense again if you can pass fairly, I mean, relatively fast and get to pass status relatively fast again. Like that MFFAU I did with you guys, the starter one. Honestly, it was quite a bit slower than usual for me, because for the challenge itself, I limit myself to literally 2 standard deviations, just so I can show you guys what that would look like if you just do 2 standard deviations consistently. So that in itself slowed me down by like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Like literally I would have done that I would have passed in a week otherwise. So, you know, like if you're just doing 2 standard deviations, it's good, it's slow and steady. And if that's what you need to do right now, that's fine. But you just got to remember, hey, like it took me this many weeks to pass. But if you, at the same time, if you have been consistently for a month to do the eval and you were consistent for another month to get to payout status, and you don't have crazy, you know, swings on your equity curve where you just go from a lot of profit to a lot of drawdown to a lot of profit to a lot of drawdown, then it might be better for you to just keep trading, because again, you don't do huge swings up and down, which means that you're probably not going to lose your whole account in one day, which probably means that you're going to keep being slow and steady. So it would make sense to just build a little bit of a bigger buffer as well. It just depends on a lot of stuff. So yeah. And then once I got it funded, I went to -4. Like I was allowed to do -4. But I still wasn't able to take like some of the entries that I take outside of, you know, what I show you guys consistently, because I wanted you guys to, again, keep focusing on like just the highest probability plays, even though their RR sometimes is not the extreme highest. And then I, you know, also messed up a couple trades of my own. Like I had a tech issues. I messed up some trades mechanically. So it was quite a bit slow for me to get that payment out. But once I got it to payout status like this week, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to take it out. Like I don't care. I'll take it out. I had $1,200 to work with, and I made $500 yesterday already back. So all I got to do is make another 500 and I can already get payout status. Okay, so that's the funded. That's the funded you're showing me? Okay. Average loss, average win. So your average win versus your average loss is good. You're definitely losing a lot less. Also, y'all like that? Hold on. Y'all like that little 1 second banger right there? Hold up. Let me put it back on the screen. I just didn't want to have the fade on my screen for the rest of the time. Y'all like that little banger or what? 3.5 hours already on that thing. Hey, let's get it. Anyways, all right. And it wasn't random. Y'all saw me put the fib when I needed to. It wasn't random. No, GD, I don't. I will I mean DG. I said GD because you put green leaf on your name now. No, DG, I don't. I'll risk the same amount. What's the point of getting a tight entry if I'm not gonna put the same amount? Anyways, so the eval I had for like 5 months. So you worked on that eval for 5 months straight and you paid 5 resets on that? Dude. Steven, bro. First eval ever I had? Okay. All right. Okay, never mind. Okay. That's fair. If that's your first eval ever and you grinded that for 5 months and you pay the fee for 5 months, but you passed, that's fair. Okay? That's really, really fair. That's good. That's really good. That's good. You had me tripping for a second. But now for the so for the funded, it's taking you about a month to get it to where it's at. And let me see. So average win is way better. Average loss is good. The thing that's hurting you on your stats is your win rate. Your win rate being 40%, so less than 50%. It's not the best. So we got to work on that. We got to work on the win rate to see what's going on with that. But your winners are definitely eating up your losers, which is good. The equity curve also looks fine. Like you don't have big swings down or big swings up at once. So like it's fairly steady, and you never got anywhere near close to the drawdown limit. Like you literally were super far away from the drawdown limit at all times. So personally, if you know, if I'm being honest, just based on this, what I would do is I would work up the account a little bit more. I would just work it up a little bit more. You don't actually have to work it up to have $2,500 worth of drawdown necessarily. You can just work it up to where you have about $1,000 to $1,200 worth of drawdown. And the reason why is because you never had big swings where you lost more than $1,000 at once. Looking at your equity, like you literally went $600 in profit. You came back to about break even, and then you went back up after that. So you roughly were using about $1,000 worth of drawdown the whole time anyways. So I would assume like if you have about $1,200 to work with, then it's probably going to be good enough for you to be he's gonna say keep making the money. Yeah, it's probably gonna be good enough for you to be able to get paid, get obviously the money you paid on the eval, plus a little bit of profit, and then you still have enough to draw down to work with, to where you can keep getting payouts. Quick question. So now that you're on the funded, go to the part where it says you're eligible for payout. Tell me how many green days you've had that are $100 or more, because that's also another factor. Also, a little 1 second breaker. That thing hit 4.5 already. Come on, baby. I just wasn't ready to execute. I literally put on my trading view, but on my Ninja, I hadn't pulled up the 1 second chart. Need to be quicker on my feet on those. Yeah, I talked to them today and they said I need 100 more. Wait, they said I needed one more $100 day. Wait. So you rented up to $1,600 and you never had more than 5 $100 days already? I don't know, Melis. Wait. So no single day makes it. Yeah, so you only had 4 $100 days prior to having this 1,600. All right, hold on. Let me pull up my account on my other monitor, and I'll show you what I'm asking, because maybe I'm tripping you up. Where is this? Okay, so right above your calendar, there should be a thing that says payout requirements, trading activity, consistency, path to live, and balance requirement. The part that says path to live, how many days does it have in there? It says 12. Okay. So you have had 12. Okay. So just to give you the rundown on how the starter accounts work. Once you hit yo, what's up, Brett? Let's get it, man. Once you hit 30 days of at least 100 days with MFFAU, they'll make you go live. So whatever profit you have on that account, you forfeit that profit and they make you go live. So now you have a 2,500. Yeah, exactly. Now everybody's a little bit different. I will say this, because they negotiate terms with people differently, because it depends on how many accounts they have. If you go on their Discord channel, you literally, people always ask what happens when you go live and how does it work. Literally, they always say a representative will reach out and they'll tell you the terms, because the terms are not the same for everybody. People have different terms. Okay, but typically speaking, the terms are $2,500 account, so same thing as you have currently have, with no consistency rule, so that's good. It's a static account, so your drawdown doesn't trail behind you, and you can get payouts every day. Like you can daily withdraw if you wanted to. That's typically speaking what the account will be. Okay, so it took you 12 days to get to where you are currently. If you keep running up this account to more drawdown to work with, that's fine. But just know, when you pull out that 1,200, let's say it takes you another 8 days to get another 1,000. Well, then that puts you at 20 days of profit on the account already, right? that means that you then have $1,200 to work with to then get another $1,200. So you just have to double what you have. $100 risk per trade. Very doable for you based on your win rate. Okay. So if you don't get it done in that 30-day, in that 10-day period, 10 trading day period where you get profit trades, but then you go and draw down, then profit trades and then draw down, what's going to happen is the money you have on the account as profit, it's going to go away. So you only would have gotten one single payout out of the account the whole time. The one $1,200 flat payout, and then they make you go live, so you forfeit the rest of the profit. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? So I don't want you to get like worried and whatever. It's not a bad thing to be live cash. Being live cash is a good thing for you. Like, you get less restrictions. You have, you know, more drawdown to work with. You don't have trailing. You get to do payouts daily. So it's going to be a really good thing that you do get to cash. So if that's the long-term goal, then yeah, I would definitely just work up the account a little bit more, get a bigger buffer, get the payout. But when you're live, you can add more accounts, the same firm, right? Yeah, with them, you cannot. Correct. So once you go live status, this is your account and that's it. Like, you're not going to be able to add 3 accounts, 4 accounts or whatever. But that's also fine. So I don't want you to get discouraged by that. That's also fine, because this is them. Like, if you go live with them, think about it. You get that 1,200, so you make back what you did on the eval, right? The $500 you've paid so far on the eval. You get back some profits, right? And you now have an account that has very little restrictions, relatively speaking. And yeah, at first you start from scratch, but with time, that account starts building up and it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. You can use those $1,200 that you get paid to go with another firm and work that account by just copying it from your funded account. So as you're working on your funded account and you just focus on your main thing, you can pass evals in the background by default with the other firm. I wouldn't go and buy 2, 3, 4, 5 evals. What I would just do is I would just buy one more eval with a different firm and copy and paste your MFFAU results onto that account with the same risk and everything. That way you just literally are worrying about you making money on your account and your other account is getting done in the background. Like, that's just what makes the most sense. And I hadn't been copy trading up until recently. Currently, I'm copy trading again because I'm trying to scale back up. And I'm scaling everything back up from scratch. And so I'm copy trading 5 accounts at once currently, but they're all stemming from one single funded account that I just... The funded account that I've been trading for you guys on the challenge account, that's my slowest account, but that's also my best equity curve that's really slow, relatively speaking. So I never had huge spike downs on it, which is the reason why I'm copy trading from that account, because I don't have to worry about the drawdown on the other firms, because I know that the drawdown on the funded account is very slow and steady on the funded account on the one I use, right? My other 2 accounts, they're a different story. Like, I'll have huge spike downs and huge spike ups. And that's just because I'm taking more risk and so on, which is fine. But I cannot do the same thing with the evals because I don't have enough available drawdown to be able to do the same thing. I am short from 4. Yeah, good morning, Chance. Let me see. 4 o'clock. Dude, you're short from the peak. Yes. Yeah, you're short from the peak, dude. Good job. So anyway, Steven, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helped you out. I mean, I would say the wise thing is to keep going, just because it took you so long to actually get it funded, that if you get paid the 1,200, but then you literally, you know, have to take months again to get it funded back up. Like, yeah. Melis, you too? Sheesh. London low. So you guys took partial here. Well, you took partial here. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna get faster now, Steven. Like, I'm sure with time you're gonna be you know, being able to risk a little bit more and so on, and like your win rate's gonna go up. Like, that's just what happens when you get an experience. But honestly, dude, when you said you took 5 months to finish the eval, I just thought that was insane to me, because I never see anybody hold an eval for that long. First of all, they blow up way faster than that. But also, I never seen somebody pay the actual reset monthly fee that they make you pay every month for 5 months in a row before they pass. Like, financially, it doesn't make sense to do that, to be very honest with you. But at the same time, you got it done, you got the funded, and you treated the funded the same way, and the funded doesn't have the reset fee every month. So really, it doesn't matter. Like, it actually doesn't matter, because you're just that good psychologically. I didn't know you've worked like that for the resets. Yeah. No, but dude, the fact that you did that is actually such a crazy thing, because from a psychological level, you're way ahead of most people, period. So now it's just a matter of you getting more experience in terms of entries and exits. And bro, you're gonna be cooking. Like, you're gonna be literally just going insane, because you have such good like self-control. Bro, an account for 5 months straight on an eval is insane to me. You know, your equity curve is super steady too. Like, you're just really good at following the plan in terms of risk management. Like, as soon as you get a little bit better on experience, bro, it's literally gonna be over. You're gonna explode. My trading times in London are 3:15, 4:15 most of the times, Grab. Yeah, that's facts. I mean, those are the big windows for sure. I just don't get them for London. Just don't get them for London. But that's if I had to choose, those would be the times where I would get on. If I missed the 3 o'clock move, like, I would just walk away for an hour, come back right at like 3:50, be there for 30 minutes. If I don't have anything there, I would just go to sleep. Nah, Steven, I hope, like, you know, I'm very serious about what I'm saying. Like, that is a lot of mental strength to be on an account for that long. And so I was talking to Tenny when we went out to dinner, and he was talking about how a lot of folks in the group struggle, but they don't struggle because they don't know how to do stuff mechanically, and they don't know how to do entries. They struggle because their psychology is not where it needs to be. They can't follow their risk plan. They just mess up the in between so often, and they spiral out of control. And so that's the actual reason they're not profitable. It's not that they don't know what they need to do. Like, they'll have all the chart knowledge in the world to do what they need to do, but they just can't control themselves. And I'm not gonna name any names, but yeah, he talked about a few people like that he knows that are the opposite, where they do an amazing. Did you last mar the fib? Did your last mar? Oh, yes, Melis, it did. But yeah, so they like, a few people just have really good risk management, where they're willing to literally just play the game for an extremely long time. And they don't blow accounts, but they don't pass accounts. They're just break-even traders. And it's because they don't have the experience to really get good entries, and sometimes they just take crappy entries because they just don't have the experience, but they manage risk so well that they also do take the good trades, and the good trades eat up the couple losses, but it just keeps them at break even. They might make a few $100s today, then they'll lose a few $100s in the next couple days, then they'll make them back up, and they just kind of sit in that middle area where they just keep going back and forth. And he basically said, like, as soon as those people just get a little bit more experience and they stop taking the crappy trades, they don't have to never take losses. That's impossible. But as soon as they stop taking the really obviously trash trades and they take not so obvious trash trades and good trades, automatically now their P&L is going to go up, because their risk management is so good that the couple trash trades that they took that were not like super obvious, it's not really going to eat up at their equity curve, and the mechanical edge should allow them to still grow. And then as soon as they get more experience to now just be taking all valid trades that are high probability to be good trades in general, then automatically they're going to skyrocket because their risk management it's just so good. But yeah, he mentioned a few people. I'm not going to say who, but he mentioned a few people that are like that are ready to go to the next level for sure. I became way more strict with my rules and discipline lately, and it has helped me tremendously. Good. Yeah, I would agree it applies with you, Steven. I mean, you literally just showed us the stats. And, at first I laughed, but it's because I was Clutch, be quiet. But at first, you're the opposite, Clutch. You have terrible risk management, but you have a lot of experience, and that's what's holding you back. Experience with no risk management. We got to flip it. All right, but yeah, no, that definitely applies to you, Steven. Like, I'm not trying to glaze you, bro, but yeah, you got it, man. That's you too, DG? Like, you have really good risk management? Oh, the other way around. A lot of experience, no risk management. All experience, no risk. Yeah. Clutch 2.0 starting yesterday. Facts. I'm getting better. Best month so far. Nice. And this month has been tough, DG. So if you're having a good month this month, like, that's a lot. This month has been tough for me. I'm green for the month, but I've worked a lot this month to be green. Like, a lot. Yeah, what's up, Prince? Is anybody else in trades besides Melly and Chance? They're short from right here. Like, what the hell? They caught the move. The whole thing. Franco asked, how come YM dropped so dramatically? I read on the Discord, or Wissy had told me, actually, that it was something about some health insurance news. United Healthcare got smart. Yeah, that. Passed an eval 2 days ago in 2 days and about to lose it. So terrible risk management. Yeah, Kirgo. I mean, if you just pass and you're already about to blow it 2 days later, honestly, with all respect, it's just risk management, man. Like, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad because you're already down right now. You know, like the P&L is down, but I know your mood is probably down because you're about to lose it. But I've been there so many times where I'll get funded the next day I'll blow it. Like not 2 days later, the next day I'll blow it up. If they don't have a daily limit, the limit is the drawdown, the max drawdown. That's the limit. And so if I don't get there, I won't stop till I got there. Like I've been there many times, but you know, I would ask, what type of risk are you using? Are you using a flat number, or are you using a percentage based? Because if you're using a flat number, honestly, I used to use a flat number all the time, and I since have switched from that. That's what I would do to be really aggressive, but I've since switched. I went to 10% of the current available drawdown, and Tenny had told me to do that like literally almost a year ago when I met him. But I kept doing a flat number. So I would divide my available drawdown by 10 or 15 or 20. And it actually, if it's too little of a number, so if I do 20, for example, and I have 20 shots to work with, then in my head, my brain is like, screw it. I'm just going to take this trade, even though it's lower probability. And I know it's going to get stopped out because I have 20 trades to work with. So I'm literally throwing myself in front of a car that's coming at full speed at me. And I know it. And I'm still doing it. But if I do the percentage base, it really helped a lot. Chance current available drawdown. So 10%. Yeah. So 250 would be my first trade, but that's only my first trade. If I lose that trade, I go down by 10. Like I only have 2,250, right? So now my trade is 225. And then if I lose that trade, my trade is now $200 and so on. So you keep going down, and the more you lose. And the reason why that has worked for me pretty well now is because I feel the pain of going into drawdown. Like I really feel that pain, because let's say I do 3 stupid trades and I lose 30% of my account. I'll have to now work with 10% of what I currently have, which is much smaller risk. So I have to get a much bigger win, or I have to get multiple wins to get it back up out of the drawdown, which is fine. Like, and that's the part that I used to be so annoyed by. Like, oh man, I lost this many trades and I have to do this. But if I have to leave now. Oh, all right, Steven. So if I did the flat number, I would be in just as much drawdown realistically, and I would have to get just as much R as well. But when I am on a winning streak, I don't make as much money, because if I divide the account by, let's say 20, and I'm only doing like $125 risk from the get-go, and I lose 5 trades, okay, I'm only 2K down. I mean, sorry, I'm only $500 and some change down, whatever. But if I was up and I made 5R, I would only be $600 up, right? Well, in this case, it would be like $800 up. Instead, if I did 10% and I'm 5 trades up, or 5R up, I'm sorry, I would be up more than $1,000. So when I'm on a winning streak, I make a lot more. When I'm on a losing streak, I slow down the equity curve to lose, which allows me to snap out, bounce back. And it also keeps me on that don't make stupid choices, because then you have to work out of the drawdown, and working out of the drawdown takes so much more work. So just make smart choices to begin with. That's the way I view it. And that helped me a lot. All right, anyway, so been there, me too, flat. Did you full pull out too? I'm flat. Powers flat. I wasn't ready to take the trade that I wanted to take, unfortunately. The problem is the mind that now I got it. Yeah. Oh, No, powers. Honestly, I've never full pull at 2 standard deviations. Like, that's never been my journey ever. I when I first was learning tennis model, I got stats on it and I was literally full pulling at 0.75. Which is so stupid, just crazy. What are you doing on the evals? Same thing, Chance. I don't do evals any different than I do funded accounts. I used to do that, and I would pass the evals with no problem, but then I would get cooked on the funded account because the pressure of it being slower would get to me. So now I'll do the eval and I'll do it at regular risk the same way I do the funded. So then when the funded takes a little bit longer sometimes to get me the payout, I don't mind it anymore because I'm already used to it. The problem was I get $3,000 on an eval in 2 days, but I only make $500, $700, $800 on the funded account in those same 2 days. And that contrast would get to my head and I'd be like, man, I could be doing so much better. And then I get greedy and I blow. Anyway, so yeah, powers. I never used to do 2 standard deviations. The only 2 standard deviations you see me do is, I mean, what I did for the challenge account for you guys on where I was posting those trades every single day, so you guys could keep track of them. But I mean, it works. Like, it's good. I'm not gonna tell people not to do it. I definitely think it's a great starting point to gain confidence around your setup, to just understand where it is. I will say though, if you're not a great trader yet in terms of the analysis, I will say full pulling at 2 is profitable, but it's going to keep you around break even for a long time. Just being honest, it will. And the reason why is because if you're not great at analyzing just yet and your risk management is not exactly where it needs to be, when you full pull at 2, it eats up only 2 losses. If you get a discount entry, 3 to 4, like if you get a, candle 1, 3 to 4. Okay. For the most part, very rarely you'll get like a crazy banger at full 2 if the fib was like huge and you got a crazy discount on it. And so one winner takes 2 to, again, 4 losses, but for the most part, it's only going to be 2 losses that it will recover. And so if between trade number 1 and trade number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, between that sequence, you mess up the in between, your equity curve takes a huge beating. You then just get healed just enough to get back to break even, and then you beat up your account again. And then you get back just enough, and then you beat up your account again. And then you get back just enough, and then you beat up the account again. And you just go in this cycle where you just keep beating up the account over and over and over after you just got back enough money to keep going. Now, with more experience and better risk management, it will obviously increase. But if you have good risk management, less experience, but you go to -4 with my model specifically. I'm not going to talk about tennis model because I honestly don't have the stats for -4. I know for a fact -4 with tennis model doesn't hit that often, relatively speaking, unless you're doing a PD. It just doesn't. Like, that's just a fact. He's going to say, I'll say it's a retracement play for the most part, unless you understand why it should be fully reversing. And so that's why I'm saying, like, experience needs to come into play. But if you do -4 with my model by default, that's your default thing, and you're not the best at reading price just yet, but you're doing -4, automatically the strategy will carry you, because the -4 is not going to be -4. It's going to be either 8R because you get a discount entry, or it's going to be 4R because you get a default entry. No, the 5 and the 15. The 5 and the 15 model. When I say default, I just mean the basic 515 that I taught everybody for free on the YouTube. Like, not going down into the other lower entry models that we've talked about on the private group and stuff. You don't need that to be profitable. You just don't need that. Now, I will say, obviously, for example, you have an advantage on everybody else because you have the PDF. So on the PDF, I give you very specific rules on what the breaker should look like, how we should specifically print to be which type of breaker, like which one is going to go to 2, which one is going to go to 4. And so if you read those rules and you memorize them and you start using that, not just for my model, but for Tenny's model, you're automatically going to be way ahead in terms of how you're approaching your trades, because you're automatically going to know which one is more likely to be a retracement, which one is more likely to be a continuation. So you're going to know what to target. You're going to know to target 2 or 4, like just way more accurately than before. So your equity curve should be picking up because of that. Is that 8 o'clock opening here? Gosh. Yo, is that news? What's going on? Because everybody who was in London just got smoked in that one candle. Yo, everybody who was in London literally just got absolutely smoked on that. That's a crazy candle. Well, it's actually not that crazy. It's less than 100 points, so it's less than what we're used to. But like, I don't know what that was. I bet you it was Trump. Let me see. 1 minute ago. Yeah, it is. Had a very productive call with the president of Mexico yesterday. Likewise, I met the highest level of Japanese trade representatives. It was a very productive meeting. Every nation, including China, wants to meet today. Italy. Yeah, literally Trump tweeted, well, put that on Truth 1 minute ago. So literally this candle is when he posted that. Yo, this is crazy. 720 candle 1. Let me see. Yes. Yes, Clutch. It is. It is. I actually didn't notice that, Clutch. You should have been telling me that, bro. I was over here yapping when I could have been in that banger. You had me yapping when I could have been in that banger, bro. Come on, man. Took my partial at the 4-hour bullish gap. Had one runner. That one is stopped out now. At least you took a partial, because gosh. Yeah, Clutch, bro, you had me yapping on here. And there was a trade there all along. Come on, man. YM is way out of sync, so I don't think I'm going to use YM today. That thing is like way out of sync. Yo, what's up, Ninja? All right, let's lock in. Let's lock in. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna get the crusts out. Let's get it. Get the stretching. I got in at 535. TP was 620. Got lucky with that push. 520, 535. Like 18, 535 or 5:35 time. Yeah, I think you mean the price. So 5:35 you got on here and you exit 6:20. Oh man. Wait, what did you get on here? USMC. What do you trade? Well, what concepts do you trade, I guess is the question I'm asking. Okay, yeah. So 35 here. For those who do 10E model only, I will be doing I don't know if it's gonna be a live stream or if I'll just record a YouTube video. I'm not quite sure which one of the two. I'm gonna ask Tanny what the best thing is. I think I'll just do a YouTube video. It was an accident, didn't even mean to enter. Oh, so you really just got lucky. Yeah, I think I'll just do a video, like a private video for the group only, and not for my private portion only, but like for the BG overall. And tell you guys how I'm going to be utilizing the PD, because the PD plays are quite powerful. With my model, like if you pair the two, honestly, the win rate I've seen so far in the last week or so, it's literally above 80%, and we're talking about plays that will make you like quite literally 5-10R, like crazy amounts. You doing it this weekend? Nah, DG, not this weekend. I'm gonna try my best to do it soon. I don't know when I'm gonna do it specifically, because I'm honestly really tied up right now with time. Like doing the YouTube, honestly, I'm gonna simplify my videos a little bit. I'm not gonna put subtitles on them anymore like I used to, because it takes a lot of time to edit that. It's a lot of manual work, so I'm just gonna just do the raw video, chop it up the way I'm supposed to, and that's it. Honestly, like I'm not gonna be doing crazy edits or anything like that like other YouTubers do, because I don't think that's really the reason why somebody's gonna come and watch my videos. They're gonna come and watch my videos to get the knowledge, and if they don't really want the knowledge, then I'm probably not the YouTuber for them, to be honest. You know, it just is what it is. Like I want to do something kind of like T-Trade style, just a little bit better. Like actually give useful content information that is actionable in a specific model. So I'll be bringing my model for free on YouTube sometime soon. Not the full version, but just like the one I give everybody on the Discord as well. I'll do that for free. So yeah, anyways, it's taking up a lot of time for me to do that, because you have to do YouTube videos, you have to do shorts. I haven't even done Twitter, well, X. I haven't done that. I haven't done TikTok, and I haven't done Instagram. And honestly, I don't know that I will. Like, I really don't know that I will. Like, it definitely would be beneficial for me to expand faster, but man, it's just taking up so much time to just do YouTube by itself. And I'm doing good quality thumbnails and all this stuff, like with Photoshop, and yeah, so it's just taking up a lot of time. And I'm obviously still growing as a trader. Like, I still want to stay sharp all the time in what I need to do, because I mean, trading is my main revenue, so I need to make sure I'm still sharp all the time. And I haven't had the time to study recently anything new to the degree that I used to. So I want to make sure I get back to doing that. And for me to bring that video for you guys on the group, I need to have enough screenshots, and I need to have some live trades that I can show you guys, where I, you know, basically execute what I'm talking about, to really, you know, solidify the whole idea. So yeah, give me like 2 weeks. I would imagine within 2 weeks I can do it. Also, my wife has been sick. She has shingles currently. So, for those of you who don't know, shingles is like when you get chicken pox. But if you already had chicken pox before, you cannot get it again. So you get shingles. So like literally one spot of her, it can happen anywhere in your body, but basically you get like a rash or like a rashy spot, and that rashy spot will grow kind of like, I mean, they're not pimples, they're just like little pockets of liquid, and it just hurts a lot. Like literally hurts a lot. So she's been having a really tough time with that. So I'm also helping with the kids and stuff because she can't really do some of that. But once I get back on a normal schedule, then I promise I'll be posting that. Oh yeah, clutch. Yeah, dude, it's like, I mean, she's really tough. And her pain tolerance is really high. But even that had her crying. Just yesterday, like it was, yeah, it's tough. Appreciate that, Wizzy. Appreciate that, Powers and Digi. Yo, Donnie C, what's good, man? I know you said you were gonna pop in today, so let's go. I know you just popped in, so I will say a couple things just to prep you, because I know you don't want to take signals. Okay, I am going to be doing a couple things on stream that I haven't talked about. I will talk about them soon on the private group, so be on the lookout for that. I won't talk about it on stream, so if I don't answer, it's because I'm keeping it private still. But it's a 1 second entry that I'll be teaching you guys. No, Ninja, that's not today. That's just overall. So I had lost like 1,000 overnight 2 days ago. Recovered it up to $200. So I was down 200. Yesterday I made like 500. But then when I was done with the stream, I lost 500 after that because I try to leverage higher for 2 trades. So what I try to do is the winner I had so far, I tried to use that winner as my next risk for the next trade. So if that trade would have hit, I would have literally made like $5,000 yesterday, or 5,500 yesterday, because I'm using the winner as my next leverage trade. But unfortunately, it was a stop out, and I gave myself 2 bullets, so I used it another time, and I lost another $500. So yeah, that's why we're down $800. Would 814 turn into first breaker if we close below 814? Yes, that would be a breaker, clutch. I mean, that would be the first breaker, but it's an internal breaker, right? This low made the highest high. This low is making, sorry, this low is making the internal high here. And if it stops before it takes a high, then this would be an internal play. Okay. This would be your highest probability. Now, it doesn't mean you cannot take something internal. If you have the context and you understand the risk that, hey, this doesn't actually have to hold and we can go up here, take that one more time and then go, then yeah, you could do that. That being said, I would not, personally. Look at the 5 minute. Focus on the 5 minute right now. Don't look at the 1 minute. Focus on the 5 minute. That'll tell you what you need to know. So going by that, internal breaker are neither, Donnie. It does whether it's internal or external, that's not part of the grading. That's not part of the grading system. The grading system is the way it prints, right? Like the actual way it prints. That's what the grading system is going to be for. But like there is internal breakers that do print and deliver, and they deliver nicely. But you just have to understand the context around it, and you know, you have to be willing to take that risk and understand, okay, I can get stopped out here, and it doesn't mean that my idea is wrong. Like it might drop still, it just don't do it. It just won't do it yet. So you have to be willing to take another bullet, essentially. So, I mean, as long as you're okay with that, then, you know, it's a trade that can be used. Just for the most part, I don't take too many of those. Because for the most part, I just don't have to. Like, the chart very rarely makes me have to take that. Correct. Yeah, that's right. They do. Correct. They do. They take a lot longer to hit the target because again, they're internal. So it consolidates inside, and then if it does happen to hold, then that's when it'll start expanding. But it's for the most part not going to be a low resistance liquidity run. For the most part, it's going to be a high resistance liquidity run. So you're going to be stuck in that trade for a while. Not every time. I mean, sometimes it will just snap out, but for the most part, it just doesn't. News in 8 minutes. 8:30 has news. Oh yeah, unemployment claims. Yeah, that should be active. Unemployment claims are usually active. Let's see what they do with it. Yo, Ninja, are you in anything? Because I swear you get the craziest entries. So we gotta ask if you're in anything. No? All right. I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. Let's clean up the chart a little bit. What did that do to the hourly? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Very, very little manipulation on the day. I mean, like the day literally opened. And as soon as we opened, we filled a gap and we pushed up. I mean, that could only mean one or two things. Either this daily candle is going to go stupidly high because it's just reversing from yesterday and continuing, or this is a Judas right now and we're going to dump it even lower. Like we're going to dump it like down here. One or the other. I'm not going to get too biased on which one of the two, but I'm going to see both possibilities. Today should be a really big day, honestly. I'm going to try to be done with all my trading in the morning. It's also Thursday before market closes, so really it's like a Friday. So I want to be out of the market by lunch. Anything after lunch, it's going to be dookie usually. I can delete this. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, no, I cannot. Let me just delete that. I'll delete the alarm, drag this over here. Drag this over here. Casper Green. So I used to. I dropped it and I'm bringing it back. I am bringing back SMT, but not for all my decisions, just for very specific decisions I'll be making on the charts. For the most part, no, I'm not bringing it back for the most part. Yeah, exactly. Did you? I just can't say that on YouTube. That's not my concept, so I'm not gonna talk about it because it's not my concept. Can you show me your 1H? Yeah. So on the 1H, we have honestly a mess, but this was valid per model. This is valid because of that's being valid. We have -4 that was not met. We were literally short of it and pull back. So that's why I'm thinking this can be a Judas up, and for the day we just dump it like a crazy dump. That being said, this high is not protected by any means. Not anymore. Yesterday was for the day, I guess, but it's definitely not protected, and it's definitely something that I would be seeking as well. So that's why I also have the possibility that it can go up here. I'm a little bit 50-50. If I had to choose, I would prefer this to get tagged at -4 so this can get completed. Also, this low is not a high probability low, if I'm not mistaken, per the 4 hour. So for the 1 hour it is, I think, but for the 4 hour it wasn't. So yeah, I would assume we'll take that. We'll take this. How big of a drop would that be? Let's see. I mean, yeah, like 500 points, 600 points. We can do that in one day. Honestly, that's what we did yesterday. After we Judas up, we literally dropped about as much. So yeah, that's my view. Yo, is there a way to put the new panes on the side instead of the bottom? Because it's kind of annoying when it's like this because it's so zoomed in. It'll be like literally like this. Is there a way to put them side by side? I know I can just do this right here, but then I manually have to literally grab it, zoom it in or whatever. If there was, that's amazing. Bill is typing. Maybe Phil knows something. You can sync them up to move. Right now, clutch? No. No, clutch. Move together when you have multiple windows in the layout button. Yeah, so I know I can do, like, I know I can do this. right? And I can see my crosshair like on the sides, right? But I'm saying like, okay, let's say I'm zoomed in on this one piece. On the pane, when you double click it, it's already there, right? But it's just really nasty because it has to be so tight. So then I have to do this to then really get it correct. So what I would like to do is for this to be synced to move when this moves. Does that make sense? Is that... Select interval and tie. Where's that? Click time, day rates, layout button. Okay, hold on. Crosshair, interval, time. Yes, YM. Date range. Interval makes it like 1 minute, 1 minute. Use date range best. Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's better. That's absolutely better. Wait, let's see. Auto scale. Oh, yeah, dude. This is like so much better. Okay. Now, how can I remove the thing that says like Dow and all that stuff? Is there a way to do that? Okay, logo, title, chart values, bar changes. All right, awesome. So I can just remove everything. That gives me more space to work with. Let's go. Thanks, everybody. That's so much better. Oh, yeah, let me save the layout real quick. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. That's awesome. Dude, this is so much better. Like, so much better. What the heck? Why didn't I know about this? Yeah, we got to tell Tenny about this. He would definitely not be doing this. He would definitely be doing this instead of the pane, like this. Like, undoubtedly, he would be doing this instead. If you're wondering how I'm able to do this so quickly without having to go down here, if you press Alt Enter, you can zoom into the window you want like this. And so on my mouse, I put a macro. So when I click a button, it presses Alt Enter for me. So I can just do this. And it goes to every time frame I switch to. Yo, that's awesome. Let me remove this out of those so I can have more space. If you don't want it to switch to the same time frame, just unchecked interval. No, I want it to be on the same time frame. And now you can anchor drawings and have separate indicators on each. Yeah, I mean this is why I'm in ES. So like I don't need anything. Wait, if I do this, okay, no, it doesn't go on the other ones. All right, good. I don't want it to go on the other ones. All right, so is that news low? Where's news low? 8:30. News didn't go too crazy. Yeah, it didn't go too crazy. That's the new setup. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, my setup looks similar to that. I have my wide monitor. I have one on top of that one, and then I have one on the side. The one on the side never gets used, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it never gets used. Right now, I'm using it just for the OBS and stuff like that, like for the recording, just to make sure everything is up and running. But I don't actually ever use it for anything. You think you need to angle the TV down? Yeah, probably. If it's just flat, I feel like that would be bad. Tilted demo screen for sure helped. Yeah. For sure. All right, let's get ready to crush today, huh? Need to build something. Yo, did you saw Tenny's setup though, right? His setup is literally just a laptop. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Obviously, when he's at home, he has more, the couple extra screens. But like, he literally trades from that little laptop at work. Me neither. Me neither. The guy is crazy. Man was legit. Apologize for see friends through 2 a.m. one day while stay out for prayers tonight. Are you talking about Tenny? I mean, yeah, he did leave y'all hanging though, low key. So if somebody like, yeah, imagine you were not supposed to wake up for London, but you woke up for London just to watch his stream because he said he was going to stream, and then he doesn't show up. Yeah, I would be upset. That's why he felt bad. I mean, yeah, that's true. He doesn't sleep, so. Close. Now I personally don't trust the high. I've been enlightened. There you go. There you go, Clutch. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean he never will go just because that happened, but it does make it a lot less probable. Oh, there's stickers on TradingView. Just regular emojis. Okay. Should have this one instead. What's your buys for the day? I know you just came on the stream, PG. So I'm not 100% too biased either way. I can see both sides being taken. I do lean lower as of now, but this high is not high probability to stay open like this. I would imagine we're actually going to take this high at the very least, the one we're currently on. So I want this projection to get, oh, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. I want this projection to be, oh my gosh, you guys got to see my breakfast. Hold on, I'm about to post it in off topic. My bad. Let me do this first. My wife went crazy today. Okay, so yeah, I want that fib for the projection to go ahead and hit -4. But also the upside, like this high here, to me is not protected any longer. So that's another draw, and that's why I'm a little bit 50-50, because it can really do both. All right, I just posted my breakfast and off topic. My wife went crazy on this one. Honey, did you put syrup on it? Okay, that's fine. Thank you. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. I'm just gonna play micro by micro. As of right this second, I lean higher for right this second. As of the overall draw, I lean lower. You're always getting full. What you mean by that? And somebody told me on stream I'm always getting full. I'm always getting full. Like, I'm always eating. You say, what does that mean? Oh, I didn't realize that picture has a flash on, so you can't even see the stuff. Hold on, let me take off the flash. There we go. That way you can see it. The bacon, the eggs. Yeah, she did. She brought 2 utensils just so I didn't mix them. I should probably post that on the stream too, just to get the people jealous. Couldn't paste this, too large. I don't think TradingView has ever told me that before. There we go. That's my breakfast right now. Keep her, don't return her to target. I'm hoping she keeps me. She might return me to Target. You be eating good? Why do you think I'm fat, Dory? You think I'm fat just for fun? I swear, before I got married, I was about 70 pounds lighter. Literally. I'm not joking. And then we got married and I just started gaining weight every year. I saw a study that said that if you're happy in your relationship, you gain weight. Yeah. That's a happy weight. That's what they said. Dang it, TV said meal too large. I can't handle that. Yo. Go to the gym? I mean, I really need to. Like, actually. Actually. I used to go to the gym literally every day. Back before we got married and had kids. Now you see me paying for the gym month membership, but I haven't hit the gym. I finally went to cancel it after literally like 2 years of paying it without going. That's so bad. I don't know why I never went. I just kept forgetting about it. Same brother, same. I mean, at my peak, I put on 50 pounds. Oh yeah, you're getting married, Ari, right? Is it May? Oh, next Saturday? Oh wow. Crazy. That's awesome though. Congrats. You still have time to run away? Nah. She got time to run away from Dory. That guy's a weirdo on the charts. She's the one who needs to run. Yeah, I'm surprised my wife stuck with me too. Academics, I'm the price. Yo, coach, did you finish that interview with academics and Yay or no? Because he was actually, that's the thing, like some stuff he said made so much sense, but most of what he said made absolute no sense. But some of the stuff it's like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Did you watch the part that he was mad? He was mad because that dude couldn't figure out how to make a PDF. When I first started trading, that was the time for her to dip. Bro, you literally just started trading like a year ago, and you literally made profit within like 6 months. She didn't have time to dip. My wife, on the other hand, she had a long time to dip. Yeah, Clutch, that was, bro. When he said that, bro, I lost it. When he said that was more disrespectful than not telling him about the $2 million deal, bro, that was hilarious. Because I was like, yo, that do make sense. Like, if you did figure out how to finesse 2 million, but you can't figure out how to finesse a PDF, that's kind of crazy. It did make sense. That's what I'm saying. Nothing else he said made sense, but that made sense. Exactly. He definitely could have done that. Like, you just got $2 million. How can you not figure that out? Makes literally no sense how you couldn't figure that out. But the way he said it, bro, was so funny. He said, yo, that was way more disrespectful to me. Bleep, bleep, bleep. All right, so let's see what the price is doing now. This looks pretty much the same so far. We do have a CISD here if this closes below. I'll place it here as a placeholder for now. Bam, bam. That's valid. So the telling will be that. Yeah, if it is going to go down, I would prefer it to close below here. 756. And that would tell me that this high is actually protected. And we are going to go down. If it doesn't close below there, then I wouldn't be able to with certainty say that that high is protected. 9:30. Is there any more news for the rest of the day? All right. Except for Trump speaking. Wait, Monday's not a holiday for us in the US, correct? Everywhere else it is, but not here. Only Friday. Can anybody confirm that for me? Market's closed tomorrow, right? And then we reopen on Monday. President, so that's okay. Monday, February, all positions must be closed by 11:45. Oh, that's February. Sorry. I was like, what? Market closure position. Okay. So tomorrow the 18th is closed. Okay. All right. All right. Just making sure. Appreciate it, everyone. I was confused for a second. I knew he was closing some, you know, at some point, but I didn't know if it was going to be the whole day. And so it's Monday's a holiday elsewhere, like everywhere else in the world, I guess. Okay, so this for sure is a CISD. And here as well. All right, so we're at a mid 4.5. $850. Yeah, $850 is out of the clutch. That being said, where $850 comes from, the breaker already met its projections here, so just be aware of that. But it is valid. That's why I put an alarm on here, just to keep an eye out for it. Yeah, Ninja. There is a 5-minute breaker. Yeah, if I had to guess, I think we're ready to go and start dropping. So I would assume this high is actually protected now. Let's see. Is there an emoji to represent that? Nice, yeah. What emoji could represent that it's protected? So ideally we see a CB here on the 15-minute, which typically would mean that this is actually going to expand down lower a lot faster than we think. So 9:30 might just be a ripper. So we'll do whatever here. 9:30 will open. You might just wake up like this real fast and then just dump straight down to confirm the CB. That could be what happens if we are going to be bearish. If this CB gets closed on the 15-minute here, so if we open up 9:30, takes that, and closes on this CB so that CB doesn't confirm, then we're gonna be, well, I would expect we're gonna be seeing some choppy sideways for the first 30 minutes at least of the market. There's a lot of people on Discord today, huh? Oops. This one is a long? Yeah. Could the 5-minute IFG from 8:30 be an entry? Where? Here? I don't know. Not for my model. Somebody else might be able to use that though. Like once we close here below it, somebody could have used as an inverse, I guess. But yeah, for me, not so much. I don't really consider anything. I am long though. I will say that. Oh, I don't know what news that was. Is that a Trump tweet or something again? Yeah, 4 minutes ago, I guess. If you want to see my position, go to the YouTube channel. It's on the screen. I just can't share both screens on Discord. Yes, Wizzy. It was indeed. I didn't expect that huge candle, so I'm hoping I can move to break even sooner than later. I'm just waiting for the breaker to get confirmed. All right, breaker got confirmed. Still waiting. As it can come back and retap. Hoping we take over this candle. As soon as we take over that candle, I can move to break even. Also, did that 5 minute CB get closed on? Not yet. Like, this is just a, I guess, first candle. Yeah. I'm gonna have to move to break even here. All right. Okay, so reason for my break even. Again, on the 15 minute. Remember, if this CB stays open, I'm thinking we're just gonna rip lower. Like we're gonna just have a pullback on the opening 930 and just crash down, right? Now, if this CB does not stay open, then my view changes and my entry is actually literally bottom tick and we're just gonna go up. But I can't sit around and wait for that because this entry here is not the super highest probable entry. It's a good entry for me, for what I'm doing. It's a good entry, but it's not like the highest probability entry you've ever seen in your life. So I don't know if I'm willing to play that prior to 930 just yet and be like, okay, I'm going to die on that hill. Cause I'm picking my shots wisely to make sure I'm not, you know, over leveraging or overseeing something that I'm supposed to be seeing. That said, it's a good entry. Like it's decent. I needed to go to about right here or so, and then that will take out 2 of my accounts for the day at their max profit that I can make in one day. So I don't mess up my consistency rule. And then for the challenge account, I'm targeting this high, give or take. This high on the challenge account. That would bring me back to break even. From $800 down, it would bring me back to no drawdown. I don't know if we'll get there though. Like that's pretty rich. As far as right now, that's a pretty rich target. Not knowing what this 15-minute will do. Once this 15-minute gets figured out, then I could certainly target that. But until that happens, I can't really target that with super high confidence. Hoping this candle goes crazy and just takes off. Let me make sure he shows up on YouTube. Oh yeah, it is showing up on YouTube. All right, bet. Go brazy, go brazy. All right, so 15-minute CB got wiped, meaning there's no longer a possibility of a CB here. Now I can be more favorable on this actually going up higher because the CB got eliminated. Sir, don't be yelling right now. Okay, baby, that's okay. It's all right, baby. My kid was in the bathroom, and they have a little stool that they have to stand up on to be able to wash their hands. So it was blocking the door, and my 3-year-old starts screaming, "Open the door!" And then he goes, "Oh man," because he peed himself. He peed his pampy. He goes, "Oh man." Oh, it's okay, baby. Not a big deal. Yo, Wizzy, are you in this with me or not? Does your model work on London session 2? Yes. Yes, it does, Casper. London, New York, Asia. It doesn't matter what time it is. It works in all sessions. All right. Boom. This is candle one we're about to tap into, so I'm aware that it can go from, it can drop from there. Have to be aware of that. Part of me wants to partial here. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Part of me wanted to partial there. Literally right before that candle dropped. 925. Because 930 opening is here. So 930 opening can definitely just push down a little bit and then take off. Or we could see the push here. Just taking off already because this is a 5-minute valid CB per my model. If we close below this breaker, then I'll have to close. Broke even on that. Was up about 5R, give or take. We broke even on that. No partials for you. No partials for me. Usually don't partial. Like the reason why I wanted to partial is because I wanted to close. So typically speaking, when I want to partial, like it's pretty much a sign that I should probably be taking out my trade overall. Very rarely do I take out a trade that doesn't, like, very rarely do I get that feeling that I want a partial and the trade doesn't go sideways. But it is what it is. How much profit were we up by, roughly? Like, yeah, like 5R. Just making coffee when you said my name. I still favor shorts. 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Enter short at 9, exit at 9:10. I think price is gonna free fall lower. Yeah, I still favor the shorts, but the 50-minute CB is what I wanted to see to really say, okay, cool, it's gonna like crash. So because he doesn't have that, I can't really with certainty say, oh yeah, it's for sure gonna crash down. This is valid as long as this candle closes here. How many of you are like, dang, he was up 5R and he didn't take profit? He didn't take partials? Dang, that's crazy. Have to leave now. No problem. Thank you for coming to the stream. Appreciate that. Let's go, Wizzy. I like that you took your trade and you didn't let me sway you otherwise. All right, 9:30. Let's see what happens. Let's see it. It might be a quick one. It may be a quick one. What about that Kia meme? It's just a joke on the Discord about me wanting to Tanny to buy me a Kia. I'm hoping it just pushes down for you, Wheezy. Hoping it just goes straight down for you. 207 ticks. That's not too thick. Hold on. Hold on. Yo, let's go. Clutch. You got lucky as hell on that one, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. The micro didn't fill that, bro. You gotta make sure you're doing the mini. That's how you missed the last couple of trades in the last few days. But let's freaking go, man. You're back, baby. Keep pushing it down for the boy. He's back. One trade and he's back. Let's go. Imagine it comes back to SL. I mean, if it does, bro, it is what it is. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, bro. Let it do its thing, man. $9.50 macro coming up. An alarm on that. Send it for the boys. It's still in move to SL to BE when we tap -2 due to that 15-minute CB being wide previously. You know, what can I tell you, Wizzy? I wouldn't have done that. If I'm already in that, I would hold it. The only way you move that to break even is at 3, -3. If it goes to -3 and comes back to the break even line, it's likely not just gonna break even. -2 is fine. That's if you're playing this to -4, right? That's if you're playing to -4. Which, I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't have. I would have played it to -2 only. Personally, me. I would have played it to -2 only. But it's not bad. All right, 950 macro. Let's get it. SMT got created, Herbert said. Indeed it did. Indeed it did. And NQ took the liquidity. That means short is cooked. Clutch ask. Not necessarily. He doesn't have to. He can still work out. He can retrace and still work out. I was just pointing out what happened. NQ took liquidity. Or took the low, I guess I should say. Not really liquidity. I mean, it's not 15-minute SMT or anything like that. It's nothing crazy. right? Unless it was. Oh no, it was 15-minute SMT. My bad. But yeah, I mean, CC SMT is fine. Doesn't mean your short is cooked, but it definitely means you're gonna get retraced on. Now, Wizzy, I don't want you to open up the risk back up just because I told you that I wouldn't have moved to break even. Because I would have TP'd at -2, to be honest with you. That would have been my target. I wouldn't have gone to -4 on this. I would have just went here. There's a nice market at the moment. Already went to choose -4, -2. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's not why. That's not why I said that, but yeah. Just look, I'll just draw this. That should tell you why. Again, it doesn't mean it's cooked. It doesn't mean it's a stop out. It just, you might get retraced on deeply, or and you might not continue. It just depends. Yo, don't do that, Clutch. Definitely don't do that. I mean, sure with y'all. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So I don't know how long I'll be in the short withdrawal for. But I'm in it with y'all. Oh, you got stopped out break even? Who is he? Well, I hope I don't. In your model, how much is pure rule based and how much is discretionary trading? It's like 90% rule based. There's very little discretionary. All right, closed. Secure a little bit of profit there. Let me see what I made on the account. 377. How much drawdown is that then? 49575 minus. All right, so we recover a chunky amount minus 42 426. All right, so we recover half of the drawdown that I was on in that trade. Post a screenshot for the Discord. Hold up. Here y'all go. Pick off the ninja back off. I'm being nimble with that order because again, I would have actually full TP on here on this -2 if I was inside of this breaker. It doesn't mean this won't go to -4, but I would have already been done here. And so this scalp here from the here to here, it's just a quick scalp on the lower time frames because I know where it's going to go from and to in a really short period of time. And so I'm taking my piece and I'm leaving there with the market. Here, I didn't take profit on this because once we close this 50-minute CB, I was willing to play the odds that it was no longer going to stop here and it was going to go higher because I wanted to see this fail here. And so this is a valid short for my model right here. But I also play this as an anticipation that we would actually reverse. And so I went against my main idea of the model, anticipating something else, which is fine. I wouldn't recommend you to do that without the experience to know why you're doing it. But that's basically the odds I was playing. And my order was like literally right here. Like I bottom tick this. My order was here. So, you know, I'm able to move to break even. And if it comes back, it is what it is. This is a little bit different. This order, on the other hand, I'm not playing long term. This order I'm playing as a short scalp. And I know that, again, this high is just, to me, would be a high that I wouldn't be playing myself anymore because I would have already done this -2 had I not been on the long to begin with here. So hopefully that makes sense on the mindset on why I did that. Those of you who know my model probably are scratching your heads on why I took that short. I'll make the video soon to explain. But I'll definitely say like that's a lot harder to do than anything I've taught you guys before. So it's not something I would recommend you guys watch and go like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do that tomorrow or next week or whatever. That would be something more like, okay, that's really cool. Let me put it to the side for a while. Let me focus on what I need to focus on, and then let me start bringing in some new stuff if, you know, if I see fit. Is it 924? 924? $924? I mean 924 retraced to candle 1. Oh. Yes, Akita. It was. But it didn't hit candle 1. It did on the micro, but it didn't on the mini. You missed it on the mini. So if you got filled on that, that was just pure luck because the micro went a little bit higher. Minus 2 standard deviations is what I would have done here. I wouldn't have aimed for -4. Again, it doesn't mean it cannot happen, but I would have aimed for -2. On this trade specifically, I would aim for -2. One this to confirm outside of back. Wissy, what's that? Oh, I was like 5 minutes. Wait, why are you in the trade again? Oh, what the hell? I just got logged out of my accounts. Hold on. Okay, that was weird. I'm back on. Yeah, bro. But why are you in that trade? I don't get it. Oh, okay. I see what you... Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was like, what? You had me tripping for a second. I was about to flame you. Well, I'm still gonna flame you. I'm still gonna flame you. You're playing that, but you broke even on the OG? That's crazy work. Can't do that. You broke even and now you're settling for the next down. Can't do that. That's like you adding on something you would have broke even on. Make that make sense. Like if you didn't want to be on the trade because he came back to that area and then you just reopened it again. Make that make sense, bro. It's like here, if I would have broke even on this trade and then I would have hit the buy here again right before he gets taken out. It's the same idea. 10:07. Trump must have said something for that candle to print out like that. Let me see. Oh no, he didn't. I guess the candle wasn't too crazy. Now, if you go and you go, okay, I messed up my management. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this. This is valid. And if I wasn't the OG, I would be adding on this from scratch. Then, okay, I get that. That's valid. That's fair. You know what I mean? Like, that's completely fine. Clutch, it was yay this time. Is this interest when I go B or not and TP levels, taking the next couple of weeks to practice all of this. Take out break even, Wizzy. Take out break even. Stop going break even. Simple as that. Stop loss or take profit. No in between. No break evens. Break even adds an extra layer of discretionary decisions in your trading, which gives you more room to mess up. Okay, so imagine the optimal way you trade a strategy, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. But that optimal way, stop loss or take profit on them when you're doing the back test, is basically the base way you do it. Then you try to add an extra factor on management with break even. Oh, this percentage of trades go break even after it reaches X or Y location, whatever the location is. 1R, 2R, 3R, 5R, whatever it happens to be. You're now adding an extra factor into the trade that already has multiple factors to begin with. And so you're a human and you don't know what the market is going to do. You're not a robot, right? If you were a robot and you took every single trade that was actually valid per the model that was the highest probability trade, your P&L would look a lot different, right? If it was a fully mechanical model, your P&L would look a lot different and it would make a lot less mistakes. But you as a human, you're having fears, and after he does this or that, you're going to talk yourself into doing what you're uncomfortable with. So you're going to talk yourself into going break even just because it did this or it did that, right? That's the problem that you're going to run into by doing the break evens. You can break even on a trade that you then regret breaking even on, and that opens a different can of worms, which is I'm going to re-enter this new setup that is lower probability than the OG setup because now I'm missing out. And your brain will tell you, well, you know, I messed up here, so like I'm making up for it by doing this. And you're not. If you broke even and it was a valid break even and you re-enter, what's the point of breaking even? And if you didn't go break even, right, and you do take that loss, it's going to feel crappy at that point. But I promise you, if you're doing my model and you're going for 4 standard deviations, 2 to 4, just depending on what it is, way more often breaking even will actually eat up your profits than it will give you profits. And that comes from me because I'm the one who literally used to go break even all the time. Like I told you on our call, literally, I think I told you this. I broke even on 2 trades like 2 months ago or 2 months and a half ago, I think. Bro, each one of those went to AR each. So that's 16 R that I missed because I went break even. That same week, I saved myself from 3 losses by going break even. So that means I didn't lose 3 R. 16 R minus the 3 R, I would still be net profitable by 13 R if I would have just held my trade to full TP. So like you cannot keep going break even because of this or that. Like you're always going to talk yourself into it unless it's a fully legit reason where it's like, if he does this, you absolutely have to, then like, yeah, there's just no point. Not with the base model, with the base entries that I'm teaching you. With the new entries that I'm doing, like, yeah, that's a little bit tougher. Like sometimes you do have to legitimately go break even on some of those. That being said, even with those, like, you don't necessarily have to go break even. Like, you don't have to do that because the RR is super, super high. So yeah, okay, you might save yourself from 2 bullets or 3 bullets, let's say, but your RR is so high that you might get a 10, 12, 14 R trade. So even then, like, it doesn't really make sense to go break even all the time. So it's just different, but I would honestly just take it out. Take it out for now. Focus on full take profit, full stop loss. When I was doing the challenge to pass the eval, where you literally saw me trade every day and I post screenshots of all my trades, and you literally can go down and see where I enter, where I exit. It's on the Discord. I can repost it if you need me to. Go back on all the trades, and the 2 trades that I broke even on were -4 standard deviations. One of them was because the market was closing, so nothing I could do. And then the other one, I don't remember what I did, but I believe it was -4 standard deviations. Other than that, it was stop loss or take profit. And if you would have kept that mindset, for the majority of those trades, there were -4 standard deviations. I know I was taking them out at 2, just so you guys can learn how to do that. But majority of the winners were actually 4 standard deviations. Is my Discord free? No, not Tony. It's not. Acne Man, let's see. Nobody messed up their match more than me. On the candle I got a drawdown. I just thought I was long, but it was short. Happy mistake in my day. Good luck. All right, man. Well, those do happen sometimes. We do get lucky as traders. I think I can make like a couple $100 more on the MFFAU I have for the one I post for you guys all the time. I think I'll take one more trade on it, and I'll take it out a couple to a few $100 at most, because I can't make too much on one day on that, otherwise I won't be able to get it paid in a week or whatever it was. What's your win rate when you're full pulling at 4 standard deviations? If I'm actually like not doing stupid stuff, it's about 50%. You can see that on the Discord, Green. I actually posted that publicly. I didn't post that just on the private side. There's a screenshot of this last week. Oh, did I post that? Hold on, sorry. Maybe I didn't post an updated number. Oh, never mind. I haven't updated you guys since the 11th. Let me do that real quick. Where is it? Hold on. I'll take a screenshot right now. Where is stats? I have no clue why it's not showing me my other trades. It's not showing the trades that I okay, now it is showing the trades. Let me post a screenshot of this with that. There you go. You can go on the Discord, go under my tab, and yeah, you will see the win rate as well as when I lose and when I win. Not all those trades are -4. Like some of them are -2, some of them are -4, because not all my trades I go to -4 for. Like it just depends on what it needs to be. Not every trade is the same, and based on what I know, like the terminus of that trade is -2 if it's going to be a retracement play. And it's going to be -4 if it's going to be a continuation play. If it's going to be a terminus play, meaning this is the maximum that they can expand on, then in your late, like you're not on the peak, typically speaking, it's going to be a -2 as well. Because it won't be able to go further than what they intended daily goal was. So yeah, based on that stuff, I'll target -2, I'll target -4. Like I said, this trade is not dead. For those who were short, it's not dead. If your stop is here or your stop is here, trade is not dead until obviously he takes it over. This was a scalp for me from here to here, getting back into the breaker. This is the breaker right here to the upside. And so that's all I wanted to get out of it. Now, if I got this much more out of it, for example, I would already have made $800 on that trade, and I would be completely out of drawdown because I would have made AR on this trade because my stop loss was literally like this. Like legitimately, I got on the trade like right here. This was my stop loss. So, no, actually, let me see my execution. Hold up. 493. That's my stop. That's my entry, and my stop loss was right here. And I was risking $130. Much is that? 130 times 6.5. Yeah, $843. So I would have gotten fully out of drawdown with that one trade. But again, my plan was -2. I'm not thinking this is going to get taken right now. So I'm not playing those odds, and that's why I exit where I needed to exit. Still a good trade, still profitable. I'm up for the day. My win rate is high. I didn't over leverage. I didn't have to do anything crazy to get my entry. My entry came. I know what I'm looking for. I execute on it. My plan was not to target this low originally, so I'm not going to target it. Even though like it went to it, and that's what I would have loved. I'm not targeting something based on what I feel. I need to know why I'm targeting whatever I'm targeting. And if I don't know, then I might as well not target that. Like that's a problem that a lot of traders have, where they see the potential profits and they get lost in the sauce. And that happens to me sometimes too, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can make 20R with this trade. And it's like, yeah, you could, but you could also just, you know, make 5R, because that was actually like where you knew for a fact it was going to go to. And anything beyond that, you literally don't know. So what's the point of targeting if you just don't know? I don't like to be in the unknown. I like to know with high probability what's going to happen. And if I don't know, I don't know. And I just don't click the button. Yo, Clutch, are you still in that? For no reason. I panicked and closed it, to be honest, just about 30 seconds ago. Oh, but you close it here? Yeah, send me a screenshot. Okay. That's fine, bro. Honestly. That's fine. I don't want you to panic next time, though. I want you to choose that target. Only $4 in drawdown. Let's go, bro. Yeah, next time, don't panic. Next time, just choose a target, but it's not a bad exit. Honestly, it's not a bad exit. Even if this goes to -4 afterwards, it's not a bad exit. Good job, man. And also -$4 in drawdown is nothing. Let's get it, bro. Come on, one trade. One trade is all it took to get you back, man. You see that? That's what I was telling you the other night. Now the goal is don't go and mess up the rest of the executions. That was trade 5 for you or whatever on the account. Now from 5 to 10, your goal needs to be, I'm going to do my absolute best to execute perfectly, analyze perfectly, and just click the button. And I'm not going to mess up the in-between. I'm going to choose my target and I'm going to stick with that target. Now, if you do the analysis pre-trade correctly, you're going to choose the target that is the most likely to happen. So you stick with that. If it's -2, it's -2. If it's -4, it's -4. You don't need -4. I'll say that. You don't need it. You literally don't need it. You can keep doing -2s, and that's completely fine. When you got funded, you did a lot of -2s, and -2s were getting you paid. So that's all you really need. As long as you're not messing up everything else and you're doing good risk management, like you're doing the 10% and you're doing it correctly, that's all you need, bro. You don't need more than that. You don't need to get fancy with the -4. You can literally just go every trade -2. I almost made the decision to overtrade and over leverage when I first went into drawdown and just revenge trading. It's clear now that if I stay with the model, I can come back from. Exactly. Like that's it, bro. You don't need to over leverage. You didn't have to over leverage on this trade to come back. And that's the whole point of what we're doing. You do not need to over leverage to come back. You're good. One trade is all it takes, man. Sorry for the questions. What's your streaming schedule? It is 7 a.m. New York time, Monday through Friday. Yo, BG, are you guys in anything right now? I haven't checked the breaker chat at all. In the shorts? Where did you get on, Ninja? $18.46. So you got on it here? What's your stop? No, what was your original stop, bro? Was it up here on the breaker? Those equal highs. Here? Why would your stop be at equal highs? Bro, but okay. $9.54 candle. No, I know there was SMT here. Oh, I got it. So you enter here, like right around here. And this was your entry, give or take. Okay. All right, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, bruh, you just put your stop loss right here for no reason on equal highs? Like, that's crazy work. You had me confused. It likes a bit of adrenaline. Yeah, for sure. That's even worse than the my 1 second trades. Yeah, no, that was a good trade. That was a good trade, Ninja. Not sure how much more I'll stream today, but let me check the item for real quick just to see if there's anything nearby that I could even play. Not really. Yeah, there's nothing nearby that I can really play. Yeah. There's quite literally nothing else I can play. I mean, the draw was this for me initially. So Judah's up to then Judah's down. I mean, sorry, Judah's up to then continue down and hopefully finish the projections here at -4 of the hourly. But to get there, either we're going to go straight down, which means I don't have another entry to go, or we're going to move sideways for about an hour and a half to set up at the continuation. So we'll have a deep retracement, set that up, and then go. But yeah, I don't really know which one of the two will happen. So we'll probably end the stream here for today and go from there. Good job for everybody who took the short. We see what I'm gonna do as soon as I get off. I'm gonna record the YouTube video, or I'll record a video to explain price today, and I'll try to do the other video explaining. You take no, how you? I didn't take that. I'll try to record the other video explaining the new entry. I'm gonna be utilizing it with the model. So I'll try to upload in like an hour, give or take. Just be on the lookout for it. I think that will definitely help you. Anyways, thank you everybody who came on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the like. I'll be here again Monday next week when the market is back up and running.